All right, I'm going to take you by surprise. I'm going to be entirely positive, except for one curmudgeonly twist at the end. I have three items. First, a couple of weeks ago, the Secretary General of the United Nations appointed a high-level panel to review all of the UN's international peacekeeping operations. The panel consisted of 14 people, 11 men and 3 women. It's classic. It is ever thus. You just can't change them. But what was worse is that the panel was appointed on the very anniversary date of something called Resolution 1325, which is the resolution that says that women should have equal participation in all aspects of international peace and security, which of course includes peacekeeping. Well, AIDS-Free World was pretty agitated, and we put out a very strong statement attacking the Secretary General, and something unprecedented happened. Modest, but unprecedented. At a noon-hour UN press briefing last week, the Secretary General's spokesperson, actually apologized. In fact, he said quite audibly that in a case like this, the only thing to do was to offer a sincere apology. Well, we accept that, but it's not enough. So we put out another statement saying, of course, that the number of men should be reduced, that the number of women should be increased. Some people are calling appropriately for a woman co-chair. We're not holding our breath. When it comes to gender equality, the Secretary General's office is fossilized. Oh, they're good on the rhetoric, but when it comes to the practice, 11 men and 3 women. Second, the arrangement that has been negotiated between the United States and China on the reduction of fossil fuels to combat global warming is tremendously encouraging. I think it has to be said that the targets are pretty modest. They won't save the planet this year, but at least we're underway. It's ironic that President Obama was able to reach this agreement just after the American people had elected a Republican Congress, a Congress that will spend all its time attempting to sabotage the agreement. What a crazy world. And finally, it does look as though we're beginning to curtail and contain the Ebola virus in West Africa. The incidence of infection is going down in Liberia. It's going down in Guinea. It's still very pronounced and going up in Sierra Leone, and there is a new, if modest, outbreak in Mali. But overall, it looks as though we're beginning to contain it. There's an increasing flow of resources and of healthcare workers and of materials, and it looks as though overall we may manage to keep it at 15,000 to 20,000 cases in total. Rather fewer than the 1.5 million that the Center for Disease Control was talking about as a possibility for January 2015, the sort of ruminations, fantastical illusions of some demented statistician. But it has to be said, and this is the curmudgeonly twist, that we would have saved so many more lives if the World Health Organization had not been asleep at the switch for so many months. Really criminal. That was last week. I'm Stephen Lewis.